Hi Tripsters! Congratulations on booking your trip to Walt Disney World. How exciting! Today's video is actually focused on Disney dining for the whole family, but with a little more emphasis on dining for the parents. So we have a separate video that's Disney dining with kids that focuses on a lot of the character experiences and great places to go to see not only the characters but are more kid oriented in general. So definitely check out that video if that's what you're interested in. But what we're going to go through today is some great options for amazing dining experiences at Disney that are good for both the kids and the adults, but stays away from the whole character thing. After you've done 4, 5, 6, or even more of those, sometimes you just want to have a little bit of a different experience, and that's what today's video is about. So I want to start with Epcot. Epcot is probably, it's my second favorite park after Magic Kingdom, but for dining it definitely would be my first choice park. First, you have the World Showcase. Doesn't even require reservations. You walk around to all the different countries. They have little snack spots if you want to try different cuisine. If they have some of the festivals coming on, they have the garden and the garden festival in the spring, and then they have the food and wine festival in the fall, and they set up little pop-up restaurants or pop-up stations where you can actually try different food all through the World Showcase. So that's a really neat time to go if you're a foodie and you like that kind of thing, or even if you're going during regular time of the year, you can eat at any of the different countries. So you can check out France, you can check out Mexico. For the best dining in Epcot, I do have a few suggestions. So La Cellier, I hope I'm saying that correctly, in Canada is one of the most amazing steak places in all of Disney World. People fight over reservations at Thanksgiving and Christmas to get in there. They have great bread. The ambiance is, it's supposed to be themed around Canada. It's a little bit, the restaurant is a little bit darker. The lighting is very nice. It's very romantic, but yet we took the kids. There's lots of kids there too, but the food is amazing. Now that restaurant does require 2 of your Disney dining credits because it is considered fine dining. So that's one to check out if you want to do something special, particularly if you're going during the holidays. Maybe book it for Thanksgiving or book it for Christmas Day. That would be a great top-notch restaurant to go to. The Rose and Crown, almost right across the street from the other, is an amazing restaurant if you can get in. It's a great time to see Illuminations if you can get a table on the balcony. So Illuminations is the nightly show that they do at Epcot around the World Showcase, and we have actually been there for Illuminations on the balcony, and it was just amazing. The food was great, the service was great, and the view was spectacular, and we did not have to fight the crowds at Illuminations. We had a nice relaxed dinner, watched the fireworks, watched the show that was there done on the lake, and it was a very great, a very wonderful experience. So definitely recommend that. And it's British cuisine. So you can try some things that you may not have, they have bangers and mash and all kinds of different unique things that I would have never have thought to try. Or you can go with the classic fish and chips, which is what they're known for, which is amazing as well. Chefs de France is another one over in the France area. It's a great restaurant. The cuisine, you don't really have as good of views onto the showcase, but I would recommend that one maybe for lunchtime. Traditional French cuisine, if you can get in there, that's a great option as well. If for some reason you can't get into the Chefs de France, you can go hidden back behind Chefs de France. There's actually a quick service area where you can use some of your quick service credits to get French cuisine. You can get sandwiches on baguettes and some of the French pastries and desserts. It's neat just to walk through even if you're not going to eat there, but there's some delicious options there if you want to just snack or do the Epcot snacking around the world with the World Showcase. So that's Epcot. Those are my top choices for you there. Animal Kingdom, in my opinion, is a little light on the dining experiences, particularly the fine dining, but if you want something that's not, Tusker House where you're going to have a lot of characters and things, the Yak and Yeti is actually a neat little restaurant. It's over in the area where what is the name of that roller coaster? It's slipping my mind. It's the big roller coaster where they have the Yeti, and I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on that right now, but it's called the Yak and Yeti, and it's kind of like Asian fusion, and it is delicious. So that is definitely one to check out. Oh, let's see here. Hollywood Studios. Hollywood Studios, my top choice for you for the parents and we bring our kids to, is the Brown Derby. It's kind of that old Hollywood feel. They have nice big overstuffed booths. They have tables as well. The menu is amazing. They have this grapefruit cake dessert that you wouldn't think would be super delicious, but it's fantastic, especially because you're down in Florida. They have a lot of fresh citrus, and we've really enjoyed the Brown Derby every time that we went. So that's definitely a good choice there for the Hollywood Studios. Disney Springs has more and more choices. If you don't already know, Disney Springs went through a huge renovation over the last several years, and there's been a lot of new restaurants that have popped up and created a lot of new buzz. We were there just a few weeks ago and we tried Chef Art Smith's Homecoming and it is phenomenal. Just it's a regular table service meal, 1 credit, but it is kind of home cooking, fried chicken. They had waffles, they had large biscuits, they had little fried chicken sliders. So just a really kind of a unique menu. And if you don't know, Chef Art Smith is Oprah Winfrey's former chef, and that's his restaurant now. So that's definitely one to try out. It's new. It wasn't overly busy when we were there, but it was good. It's definitely very delicious and great price point. So if you're not on the dining plan, that would be a good one to check out as well. The Boathouse is probably my favorite in the Disney Springs area. The Boathouse is another one that's going to require 2 credits because it's considered fine dining, but it really is worth the 2 credits. They have lobster tails, they have filet mignon, they have a full seafood menu, a large selection of wine. So just really, if you're a foodie, this is one to check out, and it's stationed right on the water at Disney Springs. So it's a gorgeous restaurant, great service, excellent food. One of my top choices in all of Disney World. So that's one to check out for sure. Now, if you're not at Disney Springs and you're not at the parks, there's some great resort dining if you want to check that out, particularly if you're a foodie. Boma over at the Animal Kingdom Lodge is a traditional African buffet. Our kids were actually learning about Africa recently, so when we went on our recent trip, we stayed at the Animal Kingdom and we did eat at Boma, and it was so neat for them to go through and see all the different kinds of food and to try the different things that are authentic to Africa. So that was a really neat experience, and the food was really good. It was just a really neat experience. They had 4 or 5 different kinds of soup, which I didn't expect, and it was really delicious. It was surprising. So that's a good one to check out for sure. Narcoossee's at the Grand Floridian. This is another one of my favorites. Narcoossee's is a seafood restaurant, and again, your filet mignon, lobster tails, all that good stuff. But the cool thing about Narcoossee's is if you book it in the evening, they have the water pageant that happens on the Seven Lagoons Bay or Bay Lake right outside the Grand Floridian area, and that is so neat to see while you're dining. So book it. You can look and see what time the water pageant is happening while you're there and try to get your reservation around that time. Or another option is book your reservation a little later in the evening, find out when the Magic Kingdom park closes, and you can see the fireworks from Magic Kingdom from the balcony of Narcoossee's. So that is an excellent one to check out as well. Victoria and Albert's, if you don't know about Victoria and Albert's, it is considered the best restaurant in all of Disney World. I've actually not made it to Victoria and Albert's, but all of my clients that have gone has said it is absolutely phenomenal. Very hard to get reservations, very expensive, the most expensive restaurant on property, but highly recommended. So if you have a special anniversary, that would be an excellent choice. Children are actually not allowed at Victoria and Albert, so either have to arrange for childcare or make, maybe if Grandma and Grandpa are going, you're doing a multi-generational trip, Grandma and Grandpa can watch the kids while you have a fantastic date night. So that's a great option there. If you don't have extra childcare, then a good alternative to Victoria and Albert's might be the California Grill at the Contemporary. California Grill is stationed at the top of the Contemporary Hotel. It's another great spot that if you book it late in the evening when the Magic Kingdom is closing, you can see the fireworks from the balcony of the Contemporary, and the food is phenomenal. It's fresh, it has kind of a California twist to it, a lot of organic options. We had a really nice time at the California Grill. So you may have thought, well, we haven't mentioned the Magic Kingdom. The Magic Kingdom actually doesn't have a ton, it doesn't have any fine dining outside of, they consider Cinderella's royal table, but that is very kid oriented, and you know, the fairy godmother going around with her wand and the kids meeting Cinderella, so not what I would consider as oriented towards the adults. I would actually tell you, if you want to have a nice dining experience and you want to pair it with Magic Kingdom, go to one of the monorail hotels. So you can go to the Grand Floridian and either go to Narcoossee's, Victoria and Albert's, do that before or after. You can go to the Contemporary and do the California Grill. Any of those would be options to do ahead of time, and then just ride the monorail over and then go to the park and enjoy your time. And if you are going at Christmas time or Thanksgiving time, that is an amazing time to go to one of the Grand Floridian based restaurants, because the Grand Floridian is considered the flagship hotel for all of Walt Disney World, and they do an amazing job with the Christmas decorations. They have a 3-story tall Christmas tree in the lobby. I actually got married at the Grand Floridian 13-ish years ago, and they have a full-size gingerbread house. Like literally you can walk inside the gingerbread house. It is ginormous, and they sell gingerbread cookies. So, and a lot of times they have music. They have a band actually playing there in the lobby. So some families actually just go relax in the lobby and hang out at the Grand Floridian for an hour or two, or just schedule about 30 minutes ahead of time and then eat at one of the restaurants on site, and then take a leisurely ride over on the monorail and enjoy an evening at the Magic Kingdom. So those are my best recommendations for Disney dining that's a little less character-y. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and we gave you some great options for your dining at Walt Disney World. If you haven't already booked your Walt Disney World trip with us, please give us a call at Tripsy Travel. And if this video was helpful to you, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks, Tripsters. Have a great time.